What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to jump into all of our current builds and talk to you about the plans for all of them. Now, I've got one more thing that I want to talk about, which is going to be the next build. What I want the next build to be, the plan of the next build, and see what you guys feel about that. Now, we're going to jump into all of them, tell you all the plans, because the channel's a small channel, let's be honest. Like there's only like 1,300 of us in here, which is amazing. I'm blown away it's got to that size. But I can't really do the, surprise stuff, I'll do it a little bit, but I feel like it's more valuable to you guys, and I want to give value to you guys to actually tell you what's coming up on each build so you can be as excited as I am. You can give me some input on things like gearboxes or stylings or whatever, and then I can take that into account and think, okay, maybe that's a good idea, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe some of you have done the things that I want to do and you go, hey man, I've done this and it's a headache. If you do this, it's way easy. Stuff like that. So we can work together to make these builds as awesome as possible. Now, if you guys like this stuff, if you're gonna be excited for all the things I'm talking about, like the video, jump in the comments, let me know some stuff, let me know what you're thinking. All fun, all positive. You know what we'd love to spread in this channel. If you want to hang around, hit the sub. If you want to help out the builds, jump on the Patreon. Link will be in the next little bit. It's like $1 a week and you can help out with the builds if you want. If you don't, just jump along and watch the videos. Literally just you guys watching is more than enough. I'm blown away that you guys even watch my videos. It's beautiful. But yeah, if you want to join into that, like you get direct access to me to message me, ask me any questions. You guys are a priority. You guys are my priority. My Patreons are my priority. So without further ado, let's jump on into all the current builds and talk about the one I want to get next. Okay, so I figure we start with, as you can tell, the E46. It's kind of the biggest build at the moment. It's got the most coming up. The Supra, as you know, it's like, well, we'll get into those in the future, but this one is the biggest one at the moment, and the one that's gonna have a lot of effort, a lot of money spent on it right now. Now, currently we are stock engine, stock gearbox, coilovers, wheels, just a bit of fun stuff, bit of interior mod, stuff like that. But the big plans, or the plans coming for this car, so I've recently ordered a bunch of parts, so things like a front lip I've ordered. I'm looking at either a new boot lid or new rear bumper. I've got the stock rear bumper on at the moment. Give me some input. Now, I love the M3 rear bumper, but I also don't want to look like a fake M3. So I'm thinking like the M-Tech, because it's a nice rear bumper with a single exit, and I kind of want a single exit and do like twin, say 3-inch 45 dumpers, like the curved dumpers. Or should we go with like a Euro style where they kind of like, they're sharp and then shoot up? I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Exhaust tips style. Should we go the M3? Should we go the M-Tech? Should I try and customize the stock one? I feel like customizing the stock one, I'm gonna end up with something that looks very much like the M-Tech anyway. So let me know what you think with that. Boot lid, I was thinking, I found a copy CSL fiberglass one. It looks cool, but I don't know if I'm in love with it. I do like the look of the actual stock boot. It sounds weird, but I kind of like it. Maybe we stick a little like carbon ducktail on it, something like that. Or we could just leave it like nub, like it is at the moment, like just like no spoiler, no nothing, just like that little on the back. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So yeah, we've got a few things coming, and I'm kind of keeping my eye out for a little body stylings stuff. The other thing is I've got some vinyl wrap. We're going to be vinyl wrapping the interior, only like where the silver bits are, silver there, silver like up here, all that sort of stuff. We're going to be vinyl wrapping that all in gloss black. I've ordered that. I'm going to tint the front indicators. I've got some vinyl like tint stuff coming in, like I did the tails. I'm going to do the front indicator, see if I like the smoked look. I think I will, and it's not too dark, so like we'll get away with it. Other things are, okay, so I saw Mickey from Throttle. I don't know if you guys watch their channel. If you don't, you should. They're really good. Mickey's an absolute legend. He's got a nice new BMW, and he put this like sick digital dash in. Does anyone know of a digital style dash that fits in the E46? Even if it's like and I don't mean, like the You know, like the Haltech screens, I'm not a big fan of those. I know they're amazing, but I'm not a big fan of those. But I mean like a BMW kind of factory style look. Even if it comes off the back of a Haltech, because I'll be needing to run a Haltech on the new motor, something like that. Let me know in the comments. Do you know something like that on the E46? Give me links, give me whatever. That'd be cool as to run. I love like new age kind of cool stuff. Now, as you guys know, motor-wise, before we hit the motor, let's go finish the body styling. So, it's gonna be going into paint soon. I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of like videos on how to kind of strip the car down to paint it. Just like basic stuff, like window trims and stuff that you kind of go, man, how do I pull that out? Give me a second, let me just turn this off, because it almost has no fuel. I'm down at my storage area for the cars, and the beam has been here for a while, so it's got like no fuel in it, so I don't want to run the little bit of fuel out that I've got and not be able to get to the fuel station. Yeah, so we're going to be painting it. I'm going to show you guys like a bunch of things on how to strip it, all that sort of stuff. That'll be cool, I reckon, and very helpful for you guys. Also, then we're going to, take it in, paint it before we go on the big holiday that we've got coming up. So it'll be kind of like sitting, curing, you know, that like amount of time that you can't, you know, like seal it and stuff like that. So it can do that in the storage area while I'm away, which would be great. Now, as for engine, like the big, most important bit, I'll get to the wheels in a minute, but as for engine, as you guys know, I want to go 1JZ. I'm going to go non-VVTi because it's like a $4 difference between VVTi and non-VVTi. Like non-VVTi, you can get for like $2.5 grand at the moment, $3 VVTi people want $7 I'm like, bruh, it's not a 2J. But anyway, so I'm going to go the non. Also, it's a bit simpler. I was going to go R154 manual box. And I've been thinking, I've never had a fully manualized auto. So kind of bear with me. This car is going to be just a kind of a tough streeter. I'm not going to drift it. It's not a track car. I would like to take it to the drags, maybe see what times we can get in it when it's all done. That'd be fun. But I've got a manual, Supra's manual. I've got a full auto, obviously the Crown. And I thought like a manualized auto would be really cool. Now, I'm not aiming for huge power. Maybe like a really responsive, like 400, 380 kind of power range in this. Did I say horsepower? I meant horsepower, not kilowatt. So yeah, nothing crazy. Like 300 kilowatt, 400 horsepower at the rears would be really fun in this. So I'm thinking even if we go like the, I think what is it, the A340 or something, like the stock, like auto box, maybe manualizing it, maybe toughening up a little bit. What have you guys done? Is anyone out there done a manualized box behind a 1J? Doesn't matter what like platform it's in, but have you done that? Have you made kind of like a drag setup with a 1J with a box behind it? What was your box? You know, was it a crazy expensive one? All that sort of thing. Because I know the auto like A340s, they're still like $300. They're cheap as. So if I manualize something like that, you know, toughen that up a little bit, maybe that would do the job for, you know, it's not that much horsepower. So I'm thinking maybe it could handle it. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what have you guys done behind your 1Js sub 500 horsepower? So I know there's going to be some of you legends out there that have got like 1Js with like 700-800 horsepower. Maybe, can 1Js do that? Yeah, they can do that. And like 2Js with big power, and you've probably put like, you know, like proper power glides behind them, stuff like that. I'm not really looking power glide. I would still like at least 4 gears. So, you know, it's streetable. It's normal streetable. So yeah, let me know what you're thinking. I know there's one of you out there that's going to comment, bro, you'll know about this because pretty sure your van's auto, isn't it? So you'll know. But hit me up, guys, let me know. The other thing is the wheels. So I love these wheels, but I want them to be even more aggressive. So I am gonna run some spacers, like some bolt-on spacers, but for that, I need to roll the guards. I've got all the equipment. I'm gonna be doing that video soon. The only rubbish thing is the rear guards, where you've got like the fender comes down and then it goes into the lip. Behind there is like this rubber sealant, like filler stuff, and it's on all E46s. And it's gonna take me ages to get it out. Apparently a lot of people like kind of melt it out with a heat gun, so that's gonna be fun. But I wanna do that before we paint it. Knife edge the guards. I call it knife edging. I don't know what you guys call it. Say my fingers are the guard, and then my thumb is the little lip that you're rolling. It's kind of there at the moment. that's proper rolled, that's knife edged, so like it's completely back on itself and then pumped. That's kind of how I see it in my head. I don't know if that's how you guys call it, but that's what I call it. So it's just like, you know, normal, rolled, knife edged, pumped. It's kind of the stages in my mind of how you roll guards. So I just want to knife edge all 4 so that we never have any issues. If the paint cracks, which it probably will, because that's a like pretty common thing when you're rolling guards, I will be using heat gun and stuff. You guys will see the video, but like the back left has already got cracked paint, so it's probably gonna crack. So I'd rather do it before we paint it, and then I can just sand it back, prime it, fix it, paint it, and have it all mint as we go on. Now, the final body styling things for this, I'm probably missing a few things, but don't worry, we'll cover them as the build goes, because the build's going to grow. Like I'm going to do things like a starry roof liner in here just for a bit of fun. Going to actually go to a black roof liner and have, you know, it all set up like that. So that'd be really cool in here. And I would like to actually like link up with, I can't remember the company's name. Well, they haven't given me a sponsorship, so that doesn't matter, I've forgotten them. But they do like a factory audio upgrade in the BMWs. I would love to work with them and do something like that and show you guys their quality. I've seen, again, Throttle, they've done it in a lot of their BMWs and apparently it's incredible. So I'd love to do that. I'd love to work with that company, see what happens, see if the channel grows enough, see if they want to work with us. We're already getting like a couple little companies that want to work with us, which is amazing. And honestly, it's blowing my mind that people want to support the channel. It's amazing because I'm just having fun with this. I'm just trying to help you guys, have a bit of fun, bring some entertainment to you guys, and for people to actually recognize, like, I don't know, the channel and as a channel and stuff, like it really spins me out. But yeah, the final stylings thing is, I was really set on a wide body, and it might be breaking some hearts out there, but I'm considering not wide bodying anymore. Only because one of my boys, Kiwi, he has an E46 as well, and he's been sending me a lot of pictures of stock bodies, and man, do they look good. They just look clean. And I think the big reason I wanted to go wide body with this one is because the bodies are a little bit rough. Like, it's not rough, but it's just got a couple dents here and there. One on the bonnet, one on the like rear quarter, stuff like that. And I'm talking like dents, like little ones. Easily fixable. So I'm gonna fix them when we do the paint job, and then see how I feel from there. So we're gonna paint it, and then if I go, no, I'm going wide body, we'll go wide body. But just rolling back a step, as I was talking about the wheels and the guards, because I'm knife edging them, I want to put the spacers on the wheels and get them right out as far as I can without rubbing. So mainly I can kind of come up with the perfect fitment for this car. The way, in my mind, I got perfect fitment on the Supra. Now, keep in mind, perfect fitment is very much your own preference. There's a lot of guys out there that they want stancy boy. Some guys want like meaty tires, things like that. The Supra's fitment and tire setup, in my opinion, for me and my like preferences, is perfect. I love that. Like, you know, a little bit of a wheel gap, not full tucking. I do like tucking, but sometimes you can't do it. And like, you know, you've seen the videos. If you haven't, go check it out. That's what I think perfect fitment is, and I would like that on the Beamer. So I want to kind of do that. That'll give me the exact specs, offsets, all that sort of stuff that I can run on the Beamer on a stock body. 9 in the front wide, 10 in the back wide, I think is wide enough for this car. It's kind of filled the guards quite a bit. I could probably squeeze like a 9.5 and a 10.5, but I'd be squeezing, you know? So I'll stick to 9s and 10s, I think. Find out the perfect offset, and then maybe we'll change wheels. Your boy loves a polished lip, okay? I love a polished lip. I know everyone does meshy styles on BMW, like on E46s, and there are a bunch out there that I do like, but keeping in mind the whole 5x120 stud pattern, it does make it hard to find. So I want to run Jap wheels on this car. You know me, I love Jap stuff, Jap wheels, Jap stylings. I would love to run some Jap polished lip wheels on this car, even if they're stepped lip. I'm not like a big step lip fan. I like, you know, the flat lip, like the VSKFs I've got, but I would definitely run a step lip on this. The only thing I don't like about step lip is the actual face of the rim is an inch smaller, generally. So I like the rims to look as big as they are. But if I'm running like 19s with a step lip, or even 20s with a step lip, it could be good. 20s might be too big, I don't know. I know my boy ProShine out there is gonna be like, nah man, you can run 20s on anything. But I don't know, they might be big on this. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? I know you all are gonna be like, nah bro, 20s would be way too big for that. But think about 20s on a stepped lip. So it looks like a 19, but just with like a big polished lip. I reckon it'd work. I would like to do that at some point. I do love these wheels. I think they look really good on the car, but you put like some JDM polished lips. Ooh, like, I'm going for it. But obviously, to make that decision, I need to decide if I'm gonna be stock body or wide body. So, I'm not gonna go and buy like $4,000 worth of wheels. I don't wanna do that at all, but I'm not gonna go and spend that kind of money on wheels when I'm then gonna go and chop the body and then have to go and spend another 4 or 5 grand on wheels to get the wide body wheels. You feel me? Okay, so we gotta make the decision, but I think we'll make it together once I paint the car. So yeah, hit me up, let me know about a bunch of those questions. Gearbox, rear bumper, boot lid, things like that. Like what do you think we should do? What have you done? What have you seen that looks cool? Things like that. Hit me up, let me know. Now, that's kind of the Beamer covered for now, off the top of my head, what I can think. So let's shoot over to the Crown and we're gonna do that one because there's still stuff I've got to do on the Crown. All right, so I figure we have just a really cool backdrop with the Crown slammed, seeing as though the rest of the video is gonna be right here. I don't have the Supra down here in the storage area. I've just got the Crown and the Beamer here today. So I won't be able to be in the Supra when we're covering that, but it's only a very small part of this video, so don't stress about that. Now, the Crown is not done. As you can see, the back wheel is a lot more aggressive than the front wheel. The front wheel sits in the guard a little bit more, so I want to have a play with that and run like a spacer or something, but I would prefer to run a bolt-on spacer, not a slip-on, because it's got like a 3mm slip-on at the moment, just so that my wheels clear my suspension. But, so it's got a 3mm. I think I've got about 10 to 12mm more clearance to be able to get that wheel up in that guard the way it is. Because I don't want to pull out my wheel liners. I don't want to go like cutting anything like that, because this is such a clean car. I don't want to get too aggressive with it. But I think the smallest bolt-on spacer you can buy is a 15mm. Guys, if you can see a 12mm bolt-on spacer out there on the eBays, on the Amazons, on the whatever, if it's Amazon, use my affiliate link, Letterlegion 22. But if you can see them anything under 15mm, let me know. Let me know in the comments, send me a link, something like that. Because I think 15 is the lowest, because obviously you have to have the depth of the nut holding it on. And I think these might be 14mm threads, so therefore a 15mm spacer would obviously be probably the smallest, going by, you know, width to depth of the thread, things like that. But if you do know, let me know, because I'd love to throw some 12mm on the front. If I could run 12s on the front, I think that would be perfect. I'd be able to bag out the way it is and still clear everything, and it would just look a little bit more filled out when I drive along. Like the front and the back would match a little bit more, because the backs do kind of, yeah, they don't stick out, but you can see them. They sit proud, let's say that, right? Now, obviously that's not the only thing coming for the Crown. The other thing coming for the Crown, I think I said I want to do a starry headliner in the Beamer. I definitely want to do one in the Crown as well, but I am going to leave the roof lining grey, because, okay, look, I know this sounds weird, but the grey roof lining kind of, to me, reflects like JDM stuff. And I know it's not like all of them, but both of my JDM imports both have the kind of black bottom interior, grey headliner kind of setup. So for me, it just gives me that like JDM vibe, and I love it. So I want to keep that in here. But I'll do the starry headliner as well around the sunroof and everything. I'll just put some in front of the sunroof, like either side of it, and then majority in the back. But I want to make it look as cool as I can in there, and I think that would definitely do that. So yeah, starry headliner, spacers. I've got 2 more decent sized things for the car. Now, as you guys know, I run the Blow Designs Mode Parfume body kit, like full kit, and the axle back exhaust. Now, they also do from axle to back of headers. So it's a cat delete and a resonator delete, I guess you could say. I think the resonator pretty much gets replaced with like a hot dog kind of style. Now, I know you guys are probably like, bro, just go to an exhaust shop and they'll be able to make it for you. You are correct, they would be able to do that, but nowhere on YouTube, nowhere on the internet can I see someone running a full mode parfume exhaust. So for that, I don't want to be like, oh guys, full mode parfume exhaust, but I got it kind of made in Australia, so it doesn't really count. I want to give you guys the 100% genuine, you know, real deal. So I want to get that full exhaust, put it on. Also, I can do an install because I'm doing it myself. It's a straight bolt-on part. It's not going to a shop and getting them to weld it up. So I want to do the full mode parfume exhaust. It's going to be louder than it is. I do want it a bit louder because obviously V8, want that kind of grumble a little bit. One of you out there, one of my subscribers, he sent me a video of his that he's just done a straight pipe kit on it. And oh my God, does it sound good. But I think it's a little aggressive for me, but I love hearing them. So I'm so glad he did it because then I got to hear that. It sounds beautiful. But yeah, because I've got the sports mufflers in the back and it's got the hot dog and it's got that weird like recirculating thing, I think this will be obviously quieter than that. So I want to show you guys exactly what that exhaust sounds like. So if you guys go, oh man, I really like that. That is perfect. That's exactly what I want. You can literally go to Jesse Streeter and say, hey bro, hook me up. Let's get that. Because Jesse Streeter is going to be organizing getting the mid pipe and the cat delete pipe for me as well. Now, the other big thing that I want to do on the Crown, and it's kind of the final thing for now in my mind, you know, oh sorry, there's two. I'm always doing that, is the airbag upgrade system. So I've actually got it in my eBay watch list, waiting to go, all the parts ready to go. I want to disconnect the factory compressor, put a new compressor in the boot that feeds a tank that feeds the factory system. So I want it to literally plug straight into the main solenoid at the front. So I'm hoping the ASC 680 and all the brains of the car, all the solenoids and everything all still work as they do now. But instead of a little old compressor going from zero pressure, trying to like pump up 4 big airbags, I'm gonna have a tank fully pressurized up to like 150 PSI, is it? I think it is, ready to go. So as soon as the solenoid's open, you're up, you know? And I know, as you guys probably are aware, this doesn't go, it goes like front left, front right, rear, and it kind of does that on its way up. But that's fine, because it'll just go and then maybe like a little, you know, just set itself. So I think that would be great. I know the lines slow it down a little bit, but going from a compressor that doesn't have a tank in line, it's just, okay, it's like blowing up a balloon, you know? You're sitting there with your empty lungs, you've got to breathe in and fill up the balloon. Bad analogy because blowing up a balloon's pretty quick, but imagine if you had 150 PSI and a valve and the balloon on the end and you just went, that's it, done, your balloon's filled, you know? So I would love to do that. I will be doing that and obviously making videos on that. And I know I've been telling you guys I'm gonna be doing it, but just a bunch of other stuff has been coming up for the builds that I wanna do that's like fun and exciting. So it's not expensive, but it's a lot of work involved, and this is gonna be off the road for a while. So I would like to maybe have the Beamer registered and good to go so I can daily that while this is off the road for however long it may be. Probably like 2 weeks. The other thing is, I think is it the Navi Plus, boys? Let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's the Navi Plus, the like head unit that you can get for this, that brings it into like 2022. It gives it like the CarPlay, the Android Auto, the GPS, all that sort of stuff. I've seen that works really well. It's very expensive. I'd love to work with the company, give you guys a full install video, all that kind of thing. But you know, I'll reach out to them, see if they're interested. If not, I'll just buy it myself and chuck it in, because I would really like that in this car. Because this is my daily, I want it to be as updated and new as possible, as well as keeping its like kind of OG stylings. And apparently like all the screens still work, all your, because if you've got one of these, if not, I'll tell you, the head unit is like your aircon controls and all that, as well as TV, GPS, blah, 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 blah. TV doesn't work, GPS doesn't work, that kind of stuff. But your aircon controls all work. The radio, it's in there as well. So it's all one big unit. So you need them all to kind of work harmoniously together. So I think the Navi Plus does that, and that would be awesome to chuck into this. that's kind of it for the Crown. Well, as far as I'm thinking right now, I'll probably come up with more ideas and be like, oh no, I want to do this, want to do that. I'll let you know right now, I have got an Underglow kit for all 3 cars. Haven't installed any of them. I think it's probably only going to go on the Beamer. It doesn't fit on this. The leads are too short. I can extend them, but you know what I mean. The Supra, I don't know. I feel like it's too clean to maybe put that on. I know guys are doing them and they look really cool, but I just love that Need for Speed kind of style. I think it's cool. So for like a, I don't know, a $40 kit, it'd be fun to just chuck on. I think the Beamer will end up getting it. But yeah, I've got 2 other ones. Maybe I'll do them as a giveaway or something so someone can have something fun. Now, the Supra. The Supra is almost complete, but as you guys know, a project is never really 100% complete. But what we've got is, number 1, fuel system, because I'm running about 334 rear wheel horsepower at the moment on like 10 pounds of boost. Haltech's already in, but I need injectors, lines, and fuel pump to go to the next power stage, which I want, as I've told you guys in the past, I want to break 400 real kilowatt. Once I do that, I'm happy, because that's over 500 rear wheel horsepower and over 400 rear wheel kilowatt. I'm talking 401 rear wheel kilowatt. Your boy's happy, no more power. Like, that's it, that's all I want, 400. If I get like 421 or something, I don't know, that'd be cool, whatever. Anything over 400 real kilowatt, I am happy, I'm stoked. That's the aim. So there's that. I am considering going bag on coil in that. Seeing as I've already got all the air systems set up, I'll probably need to run another compressor just to kind of build the tank a little bit quicker, you know, fill the tank a little bit quicker. That would be really cool to do. I may do that. I love airbags. Ever since I've had the Crown, the whole idea of airbags is amazing. I'm not gonna track the Supra ever, so like, as long as it's a comfy ride, I'm happy. And yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be the Supra. Big stuff. I am going to be sound deadening the rear, and I am going to be doing some like light tinting on like the brake light, and I'm going to redo the indicators. I think I said I was going to do the indicators on the Crown, the Beamer as well. So we'll see how we go with that. So that's all it is for the current builds. My camera's about to die, so I'll do the other bit on my other camera. Okay, so the last bit is the next build. Now, as you guys can see, I've got a sedan, I've got 2 coupes, I've got a manual, I've got an auto, all my cars are low, etc. I kind of want a support vehicle for the channel. And what I'm thinking, I borrowed one years ago, and it was a D40 Navara. Now, I know they're pretty basic. I know some people are like, oh, it's not got the clearance, underground clearance for like forward driving and stuff. I'm not buying it for forward driving. I'm buying it as like an opposite to all of my cars. Essentially see it as the opposite to the Supra, right? Fuel economic, 4 doors, tray, jacked up, can drive it anywhere, not paranoid about it at all. Just, you get in it, you drive it. You know, I'll probably get the diesel one. I know the engines in that, like the timing, is it chain, can be a little bit how you go on, but they have got a double chain upgrade that I would do to the engine just to keep it all good. But I'm not gonna leave it boring. So I wanna do like, I don't know, either a peanut or like the Beamer red interior on it. You know, like nice head unit, probably Alcantara, the A, B, and C pillars, because that seems to be my thing. LED upgrade. Like muddies, but not crazy muddies, you know, like maybe I'll go 35s, get some nice wheels, do a 2-inch lift, maybe 2-inch, what can you do legally? 2-inch body and 2-inch suspension. I want to try and keep this one legal. So I want to kind of hit all the limits you can hit legally. So I'm going to go I think 33 is the biggest you can go legally, aren't they? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. This comment section is going to be huge. Let me know in the comments if you've got a Navara, if you've got a 4-wheel drive or whatever it may be. Keep in mind I'm in Victoria, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but I'm pretty sure you can legally do a 2-inch body. I don't know if it's and a 2-inch suspension lift, or it's either a 2-inch body or a 2-inch suspension. I don't know, but I'd be happy to do both if it's legal. I've got enough cars that get too much cop attention. Like, the cars are legal, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I want to kind of show you guys what you can create as well legally. You know, I know you can do like, you know, 38s or 40s and, you know, cut your guards out and like just, you can do some really cool stuff with a whole bunch of like four-wheel drives, but I'm really keen to do a four-wheel drive build. I do want it to be a four-wheel drive if I can, but if I get a crazy cheap 4x2, it doesn't really break my heart, because like I said, it's a support vehicle. As long as it can tow, as long as I can put parts in the tray, things like that, I'll be happy. I would say diesel. I think someone told me to go petrol, but diesel's just so fuel economic, it's crazy. I don't know, let me know in the comments, what should I do? If you've got a D40, if you know about D40, stuff like that, what are the ones I should avoid? What are the ones I should buy? You know, what's the go-to best one? I'm gonna be doing a Graze online. I'm gonna be getting it cheap and then building it from there, so you guys can follow along with that. But it's gonna be a whole bunch of fun stuff. Like, I've got a whole bunch of parts I just bought for all the cars, the tints, the vinyl wrap. I've got a lip for the Beamer that I'm picking up on Monday. I'm still searching for bumpers, the tint for the Supra, the sound deadening for the Supra. I bought another TPMS for the Supra because I blew up the first one. Things like that. So I got a bunch of parts coming in. Also, I went and bought, this isn't like a flex, this is like just showing you guys I'm kind of putting back into the channel. I went and bought the new GoPro Hero 10. It is my birthday coming up, so I kind of did it as like a little birthday present to myself as well. But I want to give you guys as good a content as I can. So I was thinking, you know, like when I'm working on the cars, if I've got it on my chest mount or I've got it on my like cap mount, stuff like that, you can see a real like hands-on kind of thing. I know I've seen some comments of everyone, well, of people asking, hey man, you know, can you do some more, like when I'm talking about the cars, can I show the pictures of the cars? I know like I kind of haven't done that here, but I'm just telling you plans, you know. But like if I'm doing a service, you'll have a chest mount and you guys will be there watching me do it. And you'll be able to see all the little annoying bits, the fun bits, the hard bits, the easy bits, drive alongs will be better, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of all the plans for the cars. As for the channel, we've got the big holiday coming up. I think it's like 6 weeks overseas. We're doing Europe, we're doing America. I got a big bucks do. We've got so many theme parks to get through. It's going to be so much fun, and I thought the GoPro would be really good for that. I'll be able to take you guys on roller coasters. I'll be able to take you guys through haunted houses. It's going to be sick. I'm so excited for it, and to show you guys everything that we do, it's going to be so much fun. So if you are pumped for that, just like me, if you're keen, if you like this video, hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the comments, like join along. If you want to see all the rest of the stuff, yeah, hit the sub, follow along with us, and you'll be able to see everything that's coming up. If you want to hit the notification bell, you can. Like the algorithm probably loves it, and probably like it would help the channel heaps, but I also don't want to bug you guys. Like, I only want you guys to watch the videos you want to watch, you know. Like, I don't want to be out here just like, you need to watch every one of my videos. If you do, you're a legend, thank you so much. But if you don't want to watch like a specific video, that's fine. You know, some people don't like the fitness stuff, some people don't like, I don't know, the Beamer stuff or whatever. Watch what you want to watch. You can turn notifications on if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You do you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.